Is looking forward to this service. We're going to begin with the Mincha to end our week on page 1 of our prayer book.
Ashrei Yushivitecha V'Yadalu Chasela Ashrei Shekach Alo Ashrei Shadonai Eloha Tilat David. Tilat Adonai yada bepi v'varech kol basar shem kodsho le'olam va'ed va'anachnu nevarech ya me'ata v'yad olam hallelujah. We rise in body and spirit for the Amidah for our Mincha service, beginning aloud on page 3b, skipping over the Kedusha and continuing silently, beginning on page 5. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol v'Zocher Chasdei Avot ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ופוקד ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים הקדוש והקדוש הקדושים בכל יום ילוך חסד ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. For those who have completed their davening, we continue with Aleinu on page 11. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא שם חלקנו ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שבנו לשמיים וסד הארץ, משב לשמיים ויושם. הוא אלוהינו ונלמדנו, וידעתם ושבתם וחכינו להם ושמחנו וידעו ודכינו ומוזלם. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We invite those who are in mourning to remain standing as those online enable the microphones in support of mourners. For Kaddish Yatom, page 12. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei jechol beit Yisrael b'gadla u'vizman kariv v'imru amen Yehi shemei Rabbah u'barach le'elam amei amayah Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitahalal shemei dekudsha b'richu ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushvachata v'nechemata da'amirana be'alma v'yimru amen Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen Oseh shalom mimromav Yaseh shalom Leinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. As we enter into Shabbat, and we're going to begin on page 13 with Shalom Aleichem, I'm always confused with this prayer. Right? This prayer is about welcoming angels. I'm never really sure what we're welcoming them for. Obviously, for Shabbat, that is a nice thing to have this angelic presence, or multiple. How do you say plural angelic presence? Angelica? Angeli presence? Angeline presence. I don't know what it is, but you figure it out. These angels that are coming for this experience. And is it for welcoming us? Is it for spending time with us? Is it to help us lift up Shabbat? There are midrashim that talk about these are the angels that walk us home, one good one on our shoulder, one bad one on our shoulder, and they'll whisper things in our ears depending on what the condition of our home looks like. It's a very problematic midrash. but it's there. And are those angels? Because if it's those angels, at least 50% of them I don't want to welcome in, because they don't seem to be up to too good. But then there's also this concept that we've talked about in the past, the neshama yetera, a second soul that we get on Shabbat. And maybe they are bringing that second soul for each of us. Maybe they are the second soul that dwells within us. But what is that soul supposed to do for us on this really special time, these next 25 hours? And I want us to explore what it might be doing. I want to share with you another story from my Los Angeles trip. Melissa, you didn't know this is what happened in Los Angeles.
I heard.
But other things happened as well, including visiting my family. And Ariella and Naftali and I, we stayed with my sister Anne. And Anne has a boyfriend named Hakeem. And I noticed, kind of watching Hakeem the whole time, I really like him. He's a really sweet guy. And everywhere we went, he ordered coffee. And he drinks his coffee black. It didn't matter what time of day, and it didn't matter where we were. He always ordered coffee. Have you ever ordered coffee in a place where you know you shouldn't order coffee? Like, have you ever been to a bar and ordered coffee, like at a bar? That's not good coffee, right? But you don't blame a bar for making bad coffee. They're not there to do that. So we're in this restaurant, and he orders black coffee, and I am positive, I don't know for sure, but I'm positive that it's not good coffee. And he's drinking it black. And so that's fine, we go on with the day. And then late that night, I walk out of my room and I say to my sister, Anne, how do I set up the coffee in the morning? I'm probably gonna wake up earlier than you, and I wanna know how I can make coffee in the morning. And Hakeem comes around the corner and says, are you gonna make coffee now? And I said, no, I'm not gonna make coffee. And my sister says, would you like me to make coffee? And he says, yeah, if you'll make coffee, love some coffee right now. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm wondering, well, it's really interesting to drink coffee this late. And they assured me it has no effect on Hakeem. And that's not why he drinks it either. It's not to stay up, they told me. It's because he likes the way it makes him feel. He has a feeling when he drinks coffee. Different than the woke and awakeness that we have when we drink coffee. He feels something as he's drinking it. And it dissipates quickly, which is why he's always going for his next cup. And he has zero interest in what it tastes like, clearly. I think I've established that. Because it's not the point. The point is not what it tastes like for him. The point is how it makes him feel. So my question about the angels is maybe that's what they're here. And I'd like to explore that with you over this next 25 hours of Shabbat. I'm just going to plant the seed right now and let you explore it as you make your way through. But what do you want this next 25 hours, this Shabbat, to feel like? We talk about it being the day of rest, but how are you going to feel rested? We talk about it being a day of joy, but how are you going to feel joyful? We have all these ways of describing Shabbat, but how are we going to get to feeling that essence of Shabbat? What's it going to take to get us to that feeling? Maybe it's a good or bad cup of coffee, or maybe it's more. And that's what we're going to do when we welcome in these angels for Shalom Aleichem, page 13.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Bimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Bimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. say B'tchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We raise up our voices as we turn to page 15, this time hopefully staying in key, as we make our way through our Kabbalat Shabbat this evening. Lechu niranena ladonai. Let's sing and let us together be joyful, maybe be a little bit silly, maybe be a little bit serious, peaceful, whatever we need, whatever feeling we're bringing in today. Lechu neranena ladonai. Lechu neranena ladonai. Lechu neranena ladonai. Lechu neranena ladonai. Nariya litzui sheinu nekadma fanav v'toda. Nariya litzui sheinu nekadma fanav v'toda. Bizmiro nariya lo. Lechu neranena ladonai. Lechu neranena ladonai. Nariya litzui sheinu nekadma fanav v'toda. Nariya litzui sheinu nekadma fanav v'toda. Bizmiro nariya lo. Lechu neranena ladonai. Lechu neranena ladonai. Ki el gadol Adonai umelech gadolim yeshev beyado mechal haaretz v'tofol harim lo Arbaim Shana Akut Bedor Ma'omar Am Toei Levavhem Lo yadu derachai Asher nishbati ve'api Im yevon el menuchati Yedida, yeda, yeda, yeda Yedida, 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 yeda, yeda
Page 16. Shiru l'Adonai,
שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. איי איי איי, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה. הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו. השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ. אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, אף תיכון תבל בל תימות. ידין עמים במישרים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ירם הים ומלוא, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו. איי איי איי, אז ירננו כל הצייר לפני אדוני, כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, בעמים באמונתו. ימי ימי
Adonai malach togel haaretz, yizmechu im rabim, anan verafel sevivav, tzedek umishpat bechan kiso.
Page 17. יש לפנתי לך לצרה, יריב רגל, יש שמיים צבאו, ישתחו לו, יש מגסות, זרוע לצדיק וישב שמחה שמחו, צדיקים באדוני, והודו לזכר קודשו.
Or zarua latzadik, u'yishrei lev simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, ve'hodu lezecher kodsho. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, ki nivot asa, Hoshia lo yemino
page 18. Hodi Adonai Yeshua Dolene Goim Yitzhak Tozach Chastovi Manatovi Israel. Peaceful. 8 lines from the bottom of the page.
Zameru Adonai Bechinor
Bechinor v'kol zimra b'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai Zameru Adonai Bechinor Bechinor v'kol zimra b'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai Yiram hayamum lo Tevel v'yoshveva Ne'aronim chauchav Yachad harim yiranenu Lifnei Adonai kiva lishbot haaretz yishbot tevel b'tzedek ve'amim me'sharim Yiram hayamum lo Tevel v'yoshveva Ne'arodim chauchav Yachad harim yiranenu Adonai Malach Yegezu Amim page 19 Yoshev Kruvim Tanut Haaretz Adonai B'tzion Gadol V'Ramo Amim Yodu Shimcha Gadol V'Nora Kadoshu Yoz Melech Mishpat Ahiv Atakonon Tamei Sharim Mishpat Tzka B'Yokom Asita V'Nora Moshe V'Aaron Mechona V'Shmel B'Korei Shemo V'Gori B'Nadayim Yetem Yotam Romimu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu le'har kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. We rise, page 20 for Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid avul Adonai b'nei lim avul Adonai kavod va'oz aidai avul Adonai kevod shemo ishtachavul Adonai behadrat kodesh kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hiri Adonai al maim rabim kol Adonai ba'koach aidai kol Adonai be'adar kol Adonai shover arazim vayishaber Adonai et azei alvanan vayarkidem kemo egel בכבוד אש, כל אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני חולל איילות, ביחסוף יערות ובהיכלו כולו מרכבות איי איי אדוני למה בוישי ישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום די 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 We're seated. As we welcome in Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, I would invite us into a moment of breath. Taking note as we breathe in and out of ourselves and how we're feeling in this moment. Has that angel blessed us yet? Have we welcomed them in to our hearts, to our homes, to our chapel? If not, maybe with each breath, come a little bit closer into the moment and into the Shabbat. Olecha Dodi Aili Krakala Penes Shabbat Nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad V'shem multiferet V'elitila Alecha Dodi Ayayay likrat kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki mekor Abiracha Merosh mikedem Me'esucha Sof Maaseh B'machshavat Chila Olecha Dodi Ayayay likrat kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha Kumitzei Mitoch Aficha Rav Lach Shevet Emek Abacha V'hu Yachamo Alaichem La Olecha Dodi Ayayay likrat kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Inari me'afar kumi Livshi bigdei Tifartecha mi al yad ben Ishai Beit alach mikor va'el Nafshi gela olecha dodi Ayayay likrat kala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Hitoreri ki va'orech Kumi ori uri uri שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה הולך דודי, איי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
לך דודי,
לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תמי. בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר עתילה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל נבלייך. יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כיסוס חתן על כלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. עלי איש בן ברתי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. We rise. בואי ושלום, עצרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שלום מלאכי השלום, שלום מלאכי עליון, עליון, מלאכי השלום. ידה דה 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 ידה ידה, ידה דה 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 ידה ידה, ידה דה דה.
Before we're seated, I'd like you to join me on the bottom of page 22 on the left-hand side. To this point in our service in Kabbalat Shabbat, that our rabbis really felt that the joy that Kabbalat Shabbat brings by singing together is transitioning out, and we're actually moving into the obligatory part of our prayers to say the certain prayers we need to. Mariv, which is coming up, the evening prayer. But the psalms that come afterwards, the psalm for Friday, which is the last psalm we'll say, the psalm for Shabbat, which we're going to say next, those are obligatory. We have to praise the day in which we are entering into. And so it was at this time in our service that our rabbis felt it was the right time to invite people in who, even if we were to sing with all the harmony, even if we were to sing with all the joy, they wouldn't be able to find it in their heart because of tragic loss that they've experienced. And in our community, our very own Rena Wolf had lost her sister, Adrienne Cohen, yesterday. And so it's at this point in our service that we invite her into this space online, where we could be as a community together to support her in this moment. Even though as our souls get lifted up, we know that hers is weighed down with this heaviness. And so we say to Rena at the bottom of page 22, Hamakom Yinachem Etchem B'Tok Shar Avlei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. Rena and your entire family, may you be comforted together with the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Let's continue with our service. You may be seated, page 23.
Thank you, Rabbi Rosenthal.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמחו עליון.
להגיד לו בחסדך ומלך, בעליל ולדס ובנברוזם. מגלו מעשיך למלום שלך ישפלו. שנבדי עלייתם, נגידי וחבלו. ואתה בנני משורוי וקמים עליו לבני, קדם יפרק איזו לא יזכה.
צדיק קטן יפרח, כארץ בלבנון יזכה.
Adonai Malach Geula Veish, page 24. Lavish Adonai Osita Zar, Aftikon Deo Batimot, Nachom Kizacham Yazin. Ay dai yada dai 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 yada dai 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 dai. Ay dai yada dai 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 yada dai 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 dai. Yada da, yada da, Nasu ne'arot Adonai, nasu ne'arot kolam. Nasu ne'arot Adonai, isu ne'arot uchyam. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim mishbereyam. Mikolot mayim rabim, adir b'marom Adonai. Edotecha nemnu me'od, leveitcha nava kodesh, Adonai le'orech yamim. Yadada, 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 We invite all those who are in mourning or observing a yard site to rise in body or in spirit, and those online to enable the microphones in support of those mourners. As we continue in the middle of page 24 with Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah uvarach le'olam olei amaya. Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudcha b'richu. Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushvechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom imromah hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. At this time, At this time, we'll light our candles together as a community, inviting anyone at home who would like to join us to do so at this time. June, do you want to light candles for us today?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'hitzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
So thank you for being with us tonight for this service. We're going to begin Mariv in just a second, but take a moment in the room to say hello to somebody who might be new, somebody you haven't seen in a while, somebody that you see all the time, but you just would like to say hello. On Zoom, please use the chat box to send messages, send love to each other, especially people who might be new, you might not know. Introduce yourself and share an important Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Because we have a minion in the room, we'll ask everybody to rise as we'll begin our evening service on page 28 with the call to worship, the Baruch Hu, page 28.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Hi, Myrtle.
Baruch hu et Adonai
Baruch Adonai Amorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevarach Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
May be
Asher
seated.
Umavirion mevi laila, umavdu ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzivot shemo, El Hai v'kayom tamid yimloch aleinu, le'olam evaed, Baruch atah Adonai, Amari
Avat olam beit Yisrael amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot ki mashmitim otanu limadeta ki Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. באהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. היה עם שמות תשמות זנם ושמות זנם ובכל מקום תהיה צדם תהיה ספסדך שמתם את הלחם וכשגים לבושכם ובטחם השמיים על הארץ, ויאמר אדוני מה שאני מדבר ציצה Adonai Elohechem Emet V'emunah kol v'kem aleinu, page 32. Ki Adonai Eloheinu v'yinzoto v'nachnu Yisrael amo abodin elri Hasei מלאך הדבר צדים עליהם משה בני ישראל אחד אשר זכר ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש תהילו ונאמר כי ודע אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. We read together in English at the bottom of page 33 on the left-hand side of the page. Creator of peace, compassionate God, grant us to a covenant of peace with all your creatures, birds and beasts, as well as all humanity, a reflection of your image of compassion and peace. Give us strength to help sustain your promised covenant, abolishing blind strife and bloody warfare, so that they will no longer devastate the earth, so discord will no longer tear us asunder. Then all that is savage and brutal will vanish, and we shall fear evil no more. Guard our coming and our going, now toward waking, now toward sleep, always within your tranquil shelter. Beloved are you, sovereign of peace, whose embrace encompasses Jerusalem, the people Israel, and all humanity. ושמוע צאתנו בואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. We rise together for Vishamru, page 34.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ידידיי ידידיי ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שב
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ילמד ירא קירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בד גלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלמו מעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו Amen. Take a few moments of private meditation as we offer the Shema, beginning on page 35 through page 38.
Shemona Esrei.
Beginning with the Amidah. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Ose shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Amen. Amen.
If you have grape juice or wine, I invite you to get it at this time as we'll continue 47, Vayichulu Hashemayim Va'aretz, and make our way through the prayers on the next two pages, and then Kaddish Shalem, followed by Kiddush for Shabbat evening, page 47.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שווה מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא העליון קונה שמיים וארץ מגן אבות בדברו מחיי מתים במאמרו האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כי בם רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת מברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג זכר למעשה וראשית אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצה במנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך סבנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך וינוחו וישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת יקדש יקדש שמי רבה ועמדי ברכנותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי כל המלכות חיי לכבוד ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ימרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעלם ומלמיה יתברך וישתבח כיפר ויתשמע ויתנשא יתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקדושה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו אמן דקבל צאן לבד הון לכל ישראל קודם ובהון וישמעיה וימרו אמן יש למה רב מן שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן.
Page 49.
סברי חבריי
לחיים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו מצוותיו ורצבנו, שבת קודשו באהבה וברצון ינחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי הבנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
Chaim. Elaine to page 51.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא שנו כגויי הארצות, שלא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שכנותי שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושבי קרוב השמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרמים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשיבותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
What are we putting on our hearts tonight? What are we taking with us into our Shabbat?
ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. As I said earlier, our community has suffered some real difficult losses with the passing of Marcia Lynn Moatar, the mother to Andrea and to Jason and to Mimi Siegel and the Siegel Flash family. We pray that they're getting the care that they need during this time. And also Adrienne Cohen, the sister to Rena Wolf. She passed away yesterday and will have a memorial tomorrow on Sunday, the 21st at 3 p.m. at Temple Kehilat Hayim in Roswell. Monday and Tuesday there will be an online Shiva at 6:30 in the evening. All the information went out late this afternoon in an e-blast. You could find all the links and everything you'll need to care for the family. But we pray that Rena, along with Adrian's children, Angie and Gabriel, and our son Brian, Zichrono Livracha, and our grandchildren, Mason, Zachary, and Ethan, Clara, and Audrey, and also, in addition to Rena, to Rena, brothers Stephen and Jeffrey Levin. We pray that they're getting what they need during this time. We also note the continuing Shloshim, 30 days after passing, for David Siegel, son of Mimi and Lawrence Cohen, brother to Aaron and Shana and Jeffrey Flash. And on this, the 23rd of Av, we remember the yurtzites of Alvin Halpern's husband of Sherry, father to Gail and to Jay, Mary Goldstein, great-grandmother of Philip Goldstein, Theodore Kaplan, husband to Anne, father to Alan Betty Sunshine, grandfather to Marshall and Meredith Sunshine, Morden Joseph Mintz, the father to Natalie Harris, Sadie Sandler, grandmother to Rabbi Neil and Susan Sandler, Marta Shifton, the grandmother to Judy Miller, Lena Voda, the grandmother to Nancy and Marshall Levine, and Charles Weiner, the father to Stephen Weiner and to Diane Besson. We also continue to hold close those who come morning and evening to our daily service, remembering Walter Hirschberg, Eleanor Sims, Ralph Sachs, Kathy Baumgartner-Shear, Arnold Landy, Rick Goldstein, Doris Copland, Susan Pollock, Francis Poller, Mary Goldstein, Leon Goldstein, Steve Sandusky, Malcolm Minsk, Don Gilner, Rosalind Davidson, Sandra Adair, Marvin Silverman, Laura Chavinsky, Jacob Delabuff, Jerry Kotler, Harriet Hank Oxman, Leslie Parker, Dick Eisenberg, David Carl Yarm, Bobby Latch, Rita Tuvlin, Susan Open, Sharon Hamburger, and Morris Habiff. If I've forgotten anybody, please forgive me, but know that we continue to walk with you during this time as you remember your loved ones. As we enable our voices, those who are in the room would rise at this time, those online enabling voices so that we could share in the Mourner's Kaddish, page 52. Yit Gadal, Yit Gadash, Shemir Rabbah, Be'alma, Divra Kirtei, V'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayachon, V'yomechon, V'chayed, Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, B'zman Kariv, V'yimru, Amen, Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mavorach, De'olam, Amen, Yiparach, Shabach, V'yipar, V'yitam, V'yanaseh, Yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalah, Shnei Dekudashah, Elah Nikol Birchata V'Shirata, Tush Bechata V'Nechamata, Miran Be'alma V'yimru, Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Lama, Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Please be seated. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. To Rabbi Bluston and to Melissa, thank you so much for your wonderful leadership tonight. To Damone, thank you for keeping us online and moving forward. We really appreciate all your work and your efforts. In addition to everybody we have online, welcome, and we're so glad to have you. I can't see who's there tonight, but I do wish you all well and a wonderful Shabbat. In the room, we have not only some of our wonderful regulars who come every week, but also some guests who are in our community. So Melissa, your soon-to-be in-laws, is that correct?
Yeah, so we have my fiance Evan's parents, Janice and Payson, in from the Boston area.
So welcome. It's so great to have you here. So enjoy your time in Atlanta and with our community. It's really great to have you here. And I also want to, Marshall, it's great to have you here. You're here all the time, though, so we get to see you. So, but it's good to have you in the room with us tonight. And then Allison, for your first Shabbat with our community, we are thrilled to have you with us. This, of course, for those online, you might not be able to see, Rabbi Blessing's fiance has arrived earlier this week. We did better than when Sam came to town during the pandemic. We had a lawn sign. We had all types of things to welcome her. We went over the top trying to make up a little bit for what happened with Sam. But more importantly, how to welcome and to show love to Allison. So welcome to town. We're glad to have you here and look forward to seeing all the blessings that we're able to give to you and that you're able to bring to us in this community. So we look forward to that. Anybody else welcome?
I just want to thank Natalie for helping us lead services tonight.
Yeah, she did
Yes,
a beautiful
thank you,
job.
Bug. It was fantastic.
I don't know if anyone out there online could hear her, but she was harmonizing along, and it sounded beautiful.
Beautiful.
Up here, so,
Yasha Koach.
yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 in the morning for our service. 10:30, Dr. Steve Chervin will be leading Torah study. Although Dr. Steve is in Philadelphia, you're welcome to come to our building here. He will be leading. We have all the equipment so that you could participate in Torah study from our building here. But of course, online, you could follow the link on our website and join Dr. Chervin for that wonderful Torah discussion. What was the title? He gave me the title of the class, and I put it in the Shabbat corner. It was something like your blessings are not because of you. A little edgy, so it should be good. I know, totally. So that's that.
Next week.
Yes.
Next
So,
Shabbos.
do you want to
Yes.
throw it up?
Next Shabbos, we welcome Rabbi Josh Rashosky and Colleen Deeker into our community. They'll be our artists in residence for the weekend. We're calling it Sing Out Shabbat, but it's important for all of you to know services will not be at 6 p.m. next week. Service will be at 7 p.m. next week. There will be a communal dinner here. There'll be a communal dinner here starting at 6 p.m. If you sign up after Shabbat ends tomorrow evening, you might still be able to do that. Registration closed today, but if you sign up just right after Shabbat, there still are some availabilities for dinner. But we hope that you'll join us for services beginning at 7 p.m. That's open to anyone who wants to join. And an oneg and some dessert and singing afterwards here in the building. Josh and Colleen will also help to lead. That will also be with guitar and violin. It'll be a really special musical service. The morning, Josh and Colleen will help to lead our morning services, and Rabbi Rashosky will give the sermon that morning. And we'll have a special Rebbe's Tish with some extra singing. And then that evening, Saturday evening of next week, we'll have Havdalah and a special Elul kickoff concert to get our hearts and our souls ready for the high holiday season. So that will be right after Shabbat ends. Please register. The only thing you can't come to if you didn't register is Friday night dinner, but you can come for any of the services and any of the concert and all those things. We hope you'll join us.
Yes. Only 5 shopping weeks left till Rosh Hashanah, so keep that in mind. I hope all your sermons are ready, because I'm looking forward to hearing all of them. And that's what everybody says to me, so I figure I should say it right back to everybody else. Silly me. But it's going to be a wonderful time. And please, we will be in the building for services, of course, online as well, because that is our new world, and we are leaning into it. But please, if you're thinking of coming, please do registration for holidays. You don't need tickets, but it's really important for us to know how many people are coming, because with our sanctuary still under construction, we do have some limitations in space. So it would be really great to know that you're coming, be able to welcome you on the day if you're going to come in person. And it will be a really, really special high holidays this year. So special every year, but really special this year.
This year.
Oh, yes, so we're going to have a new Machzor, and we were able to procure quite a few for our congregation. We will have loaners, but if you'd like to purchase your own, there's time to do it on your own, and maybe even through the office. Reach out to the office next week, in the middle of the week. If you didn't order a Machzor, if you did, you'll be getting information about how you pick up your Machzor, and so you can have it ready for the holiday with a nameplate inside, custom for everybody. We're very excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we look forward to having you with us over the next Shabbat and 5 weeks, and then all the way into Sukkot. Too much to talk about. Let's just finish the service.
In anticipation for Rabbi Rashosky and Colleen coming next week, we will end on page 13 at the bottom of the page with Shabbat Hamalka. The chorus, we remember, begins with the last 2 lines, Boi Hamalka, Boi Kala. Boi Hamalka, Boi Kala, Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hashalom. Boi Hamalka, Boi Kala, Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hashalom. Hacham merosh ha'ilano nistalka, bo v'netze likrat Shabbat Hamalka. Hinei yoredet hakdosha berucha, v'im malachim tzva shalom u'menucha,
Boi Amalka, Boi Kala, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem, Hashalom. Boi Amalka, Boi Kala,
Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem, Hashalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. May it be a peaceful Shabbat, and we'll see you soon.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom all.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Welcome, Allison.
Welcome, Allison. Yes.
Allison.
Everyone.
Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom.
Love from Florida.
Welcome.
Shabbat shalom from Millersville,
Shabbat
y'all.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, y'all. Thank you all for listening.
Shabbat
Beautiful.
Beautiful singing.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, y'all. Thank you again, Mama Jill.
Everybody.
I've been waiting
Shabbat
since Sunday.
shalom, Stacy. Good to see you.
Same to you, Marty and Deborah.
Blessings on y'all.
Lots of love, Shelly and Jill.
Yeah.